Greetings and salutations. My name is Tish, and welcome to the Art of Saving, where home plus art equals heart. In this morning's live video broadcast, it is Coffee with Tish and my pal, my friend, my partner in crime, Miss Clara Lawrence. Hello. How are you this morning?
I am not awake yet.
This is my second cup of coffee.
Oh, we're probably gonna do like a quart of Coke today, but we mean Coca-Cola.
Yes.
That one,
She did not say a kilo. She said a quart. Therefore, it is liquid.
Yes.
So, do you drink fancy Coke like Diet Coke or Coke Zero or Coke One or whatever, or do you just drink up straight out?
I go leaded.
Okay.
Yeah, just your normal everyday Coca-Cola.
Yep. Michael and I have been watching these like vintage commercials on TV on YouTube, and it's funny to watch the new Coke commercials. I giggled.
Oh, yes.
We giggled maniacally. And then it went to classic Coke, and then they had new Coke and classic Coke, and then they finally just said, forget it, this new Coke sucks. So
yeah, pretty much. That didn't take long. I think that product was only out for like maybe 2 years max.
Yeah, max. So today we are going to be working in acrylic pouring, and Clara got MiX from Miss Krista and Debbie. So we're going to be doing tree ring pours using Mixed Media Girls 2-slot, two. I don't even know what to call them either.
I agree. I'm like stumbling all over the videos I made. It's like a 2-section, 2-segment, two split. I don't know. It's got 2 spaces for paint.
It's the duo. Okay, yeah. It's the dual split cut. That's what we're going to call it for today.
Okay, sounds good to me.
One of us will need to concur with Marcy on what she actually wants us to call these.
She said probably like you can call them whatever you want. Just point them in the direction where they buy them.
Well, see, here's me and my brain, because Monday is usually my day to set up all my lives, get all my links together, do all the things. Well, Monday is a holiday for Michael because he's back to working his real job and not having fun, Well, he wasn't really having fun, but he would have fun with me too and help me with my stuff. But we went to Paducah for
That's what she said?
So, Paducah, Kentucky is the closest Michael's to me. It's 52 miles. 52 miles I got to drive to go to Michael's. But
it's about the same for me too.
That's just insane. But, and they keep jacking up the free shipping price. Like, the summer it was $45 and then it was $55. Now it's $59.
I was going to give you a hard time. It's like, how can they jack up free pricing? Free shipping is like, now I get it. The minimum.
The minimum order you have to have. And it's like, really? Yep. So anyway, I didn't get to set up all my links and all my live streams on Monday because we were on the road and having good Mexican food and spending the day together. And it was awesome.
Yeah, make a day out of it, definitely.
Yeah, we do that. We do it about once or twice a month. We'll go down there and have some really good Mexican food and go to all the shops that we can't go to and, pay 6% sales tax instead of 10%, So, and they also have his favorite beer down there. So,
which is
the Ling Ling or whatever that stuff is that Brooke and Chris are always going on about.
Okay.
So it's some beer from the East Coast. So
I can be excited for them. I am not a beer girl, that is for sure.
I am not either. Get me a bottle of Jack or Kraken or Sky. I'm happy.
I will not do gin either. Gin, ooh.
Well, there is one gin that I've had that didn't taste like super pine needly.
Really?
It was actually very smooth, and I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it. And I've been looking for it ever since because I would recognize the bottle. If they changed the bottle in the last 10 years, I'm screwed. But
Sambuca is also another one, which is apparently licorice flavored. That's
yeah, it's a French liqueur, and it's an anise flavor. Yeah. It actually, I've had it in hot beverages, like a hot cocoa type thing. It's actually pretty good. Just put a smidge. You don't need a lot.
I don't like licorice. That's my problem.
Oh, I love it. All right. Anyway,
we could go on for a while. We need to get busy.
Yes. But we're going to be using MiX pouring medium, and I am also going to be using Porridge Posse paints. I'll put the links for that in the description as well after the live stream here, and as well as the link to MiX Media Girls Etsy page.
Cool.
So that'll be all in there. I'm going to go through my colors so I can start shaking and stuff, because you have yours already mixed. But I'm using Pearl Pistachio from Arteza, Porridge Posse Silver Spoon, Prussian Blue from Liquitex Basics because I want the opacity, Titanium White from Amsterdam, Gold Rush from Porridge Posse, Prism Violet from Liquitex Basics, and Winter's Lavender, that is also another Porridge Posse color. And I'm going to do these three colors on one side and these three colors on the other, and I'm going to put white in both. So what are you using, my lady?
Oh, you're way more organized than I am. I'm still not even sure what I want to put in the cup yet. So I did about face. Apparently, I ordered my posse paints that were already pre-mixed, and we're doing the mix. And apparently, the two we're not going to experiment today on it. We're going to keep it pure. So we're doing the mix here. So these are kind of the colors. I had some of these already pre-mixed, but these are the ones I added to it. So I can pull from those in the moment, and plus white. So I've got Amsterdam white here. So yeah, mostly golden. That's a pink flash also.
Oh yes, pink. That's funny because it's like the only pink I like.
Look. There's that one too. And I cannot pronounce things worth the darn. Not even doing it. Magenta.
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 I just say it's the Harley Quinn magenta.
Oh, that's sticking. I like that. I like that a lot.
Something Harley Quinn would have in her hair.
So,
I'm just putting a little bit of white at the bottom just to kind of
get it started.
I mean, I'm literally like tipping the cup so it'll spread out. And then I'm going to do one side and then the other.
You know what? I'm going to do my lighter colors on one side and some bolds on the other. Why not? Kind of falls suit with what I've been doing. Let's see, where do I want to start? Purple, of course.
The thing I like about MiX is I could not, even mixing at a 3 or a 4, the super thick paints, I still had a hard time doing the tree ring pour. Just because I'm me and I just couldn't get it to do what I needed it to do. And with MiX, it works a lot better for me. And I'm not saying that because I love Krista. I'm saying that because it's true.
Yeah, she pays you. We know.
Yeah, I'm making the big bucks here. No, not really. She does send me her love a lot though, but
apparently I'm second in command of Marcy's promotional bits too. Okay. I said apparently I'm second in command on Marcy's promotional bits too, since I've been doing a lot of her cups. I'm kidding.
I just, my thing is I love getting new stuff because I want people to know that I will give you an honest opinion. I don't care if I got it for free. I don't care if I had to pay for it. I'm going to tell you what my opinion is, and if I think you should get it.
Okay, I probably got way too much.
I am not very good at lying, because lying is work, and I'm lazy. Okay.
Good.
So
You know, nowadays it's like, you know, even reading reviews and such, it's like, okay, are they being honest? Is this one of those paid reviews? You know, you're second guessing yourself, and I'm like, that's a shame we have to do that. You know.
Right, and I follow the people that I follow on YouTube because I know they're going to be honest. Like Travis from MCP, and El Jefe, Jeff from El Jefe Reviews. He goes when he does earbuds and headphones, and sometimes like portable speakers and stuff like that. When he does his reviews, he tests them for like 10 days. So he's not just like taking them, opening them up, using them for a day and giving you a review. He puts them through the ringer. He tests them, and he is going to be 100% honest with you. And that's why if you ever ask me, you know, well, how does this one work or whatever, I'm like, dude, just go ask Jeff.
He'll tell you like it is.
He'll tell you like it is. He knows what it's like to work for your hard-earned money, and he doesn't want you, you know, wasting your money on crap, you know?
Yeah. Oh, agreed.
Just because it has, you know, a big name on it doesn't mean it's going to be the best thing for you. So, I'm getting silver everywhere.
All right, so are we filling this cup up? I'm about halfway.
Well, I'm doing a 12 by 12, so I'm doing halfway.
Okay.
If you're doing it on tiles, you can go any distance you want because they're going to stop it when you get to a certain point.
Okay. I do have some canvases. Do you want me to whip out a canvas? Whip it out.
If you want to. I'm not going to force you to. If you have canvas, cool. It just tree ring pullers look better on a canvas, but you can do them on tiles too.
Okay. I'm going to grab me a canvas. I'll be back.
Okay. I got paint everywhere. Why do I do that? Okay. While she is doing her thing, I'm going to take a break from this and say hello to the people in chat. Hang on. I'm trying to reach. There we go. So I can try and scroll back. Thank you, Rochelle. Awesome. I'm so grateful for you. I want to say good morning to Joanne and Doris and Jan and Cheryl. Love you, Cheryl. Oh my gosh, you're up early, lady. And Jeff B is here. And James is here. Good morning. I'm trying to scroll through chat, but I'm like doing it over a chair. Good morning, Christina. Let's see if I missed anybody. And good morning, Rochelle. Thank you for that super sticker. You rock. You are awesome. Thank you so very much. Okay, trying not to close. If you guys were part of the live stream last night, you know that I had problems, and it was not anything to do with StreamYard at all. Zero. And actually, it was kind of YouTube, but mostly our internet here was having connectivity issues. So that is why things were running amok. So yeah, I was not very happy.
All right, Aya's back.
Ta-da! What size canvas did you get, sweetheart?
I think it's like a 10 by 10.
Okay. So what I do when I'm doing these pours is I put a puddle down. I grease the canvas, you know, like Erica says, you know, greasing the pan. Mm-hmm. And I'll show you that in a minute here. My hands don't want to work this morning, and my back is killing me. But I'm here, and I'm doing this because I love you guys. And I want to paint because painting is my happy place, and I've had a rough go of things. But
well, we want you happy.
So
definitely. Okie dokie.
can't remember how I did this now.
Hey, you're supposed to be the teacher here. What's going on? You're not slacking.
Yeah, that's my middle name.
Slacking?
Yep.
So poor hubby, he's like taking in a stash of videos for me. He's being awesome with that. And unfortunately, he left the portable drive that we usually use at work. So I had to use a little flash drive. And I got really productive in the studio yesterday. And I did like 6 videos. And it took like an hour to transfer them kind of thing.
No,
And he's transferring them to his laptop, and he's 2 of them failed. I was like, what? And I'm like, dead as a doornail kind of thing. I'm like, out. I'm like, what? He goes, 2 of them failed. They're not copying over well. And I was like, oh, crud. Okay. And so I got up early this morning and I edited those 2 videos. And it's like one of them had to go on because it was going on today. I was like, no.
Right. Well, and that's what, that's one thing that YouTube, and doing these things, people don't realize is all the work and the frustration that we go through as YouTubers to bring you this awesome content. And that's why, when we get super chats or when we get, you PayPal us on our PayPal, or you buy from us in Etsy or our website or whatever, and you support us whatever way you can, even if it's not monetarily, even if you just show up for our lives or our videos and give it a like and maybe share it out. That's how we know we're doing a good job and we're not just doing it all for naught. And that's how we know that we're doing a good job. People are like, well, I don't subscribe to any channels. I'm like, well, subscribing is important because, you not only, if you like their content, you're going to be notified of when they upload new content, but it also helps them progress in affiliate marketing and in, on YouTube. You have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time before you can get monetized, before you can get super chats. Yes, there are other ways to do it, but a lot of people don't know how to do it or how to promote it or anything like that. And it's just, they sit there and they struggle and they bang their head against the desk because their phone won't, work. It's saying there's not enough memory to edit this video, or, it has all kinds of things come up. So,
we get money on the videos when we get monetized, but for a long time, we're working for pennies. Yeah, we really are.
Oh gosh, I think, other than super chats and super stickers, I think this month, since I got monetized, I think I made 28 cents.
Woohoo!
And it's like, really? Well, that's not going to help me pay the bills.
You can get the fancy toothpicks for that.
I'll be like, dude, that's almost half a bottle. I can buy a new bottle. But I'm not in it for the money. I really am not. And, a long time ago, I said, well, I don't know if I'm going to monetize my channel. And in order to get super chats and in order to have memberships, I have to monetize my channel. So that's part and parcel. And so I just said, okay, well, I'll just do this and we'll just go with it. Hang on, I need to grab my other white. Here's my other white. There we go. So,
hello, everybody. I know she was going through the names as I ran off to go get canvas, but
Jen has joined us as well. I don't think I said hello to Jen. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. So, have you done acrylic pouring onto cradle boards?
Yes.
How well does that do?
You need to prime it. You need to prime the cradle board.
Even if it's gessoed?
Or gesso it.
Okay.
But you need to seal the wood.
Okay, absolutely.
The wood will absorb any water, any pouring, any liquid, and it does funky things. I've done it on purpose where I wanted it to do the funky things.
Right.
I'm gonna let you in on a little bit. If you join my my groups, whether it's Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee or whatever, at the $10 or higher level, I start doing live stream. I'm going to start doing live streams next month on Facebook and on YouTube. But here's some of my funky things that I do. I take a piece of plywood. This is very thin plywood. I pour on it. I let it sit for like 5 hours or so, and then I scrape it off. And then the wood absorbs the color, the pigment, and stuff like that. So I've been playing with how long I need to play it, how long I need to let it sit, and how long. And I come up with these really cool designs in this wood. It's actual wood, so I can turn it into like a picture frame or turn it into whatever. And so I've just been playing with those kind of things. I've been working on how to do big pullers on plastic, peel up the skin and apply it to like the front of a dresser, or I've seen it done, but they were like, "Oh, look what I did!" And you ask them questions, and they're like, "Well, you need to figure it out." And I'm like, "Okay, challenge accepted."
Done.
It's like don't challenge me, because I'm stubborn. I'm a redhead, and I'm a German Irish. So
I could be a redhead tomorrow. But
no, the way you are. I don't think you want to be a redhead. The
reason I was asking, and I pretty much knew that you needed to seal the wood. I've got a ton of cradle boards because I use them for alcohol ink as well as resin. And if it works across the board, then awesome.
Right.
Okay.
So what I did is I poured a big puddle, and then what I usually do is I kind of put a little bit on my stick, and I just kind of pull it out to the edges. I don't focus on getting too much coverage right now, because I don't know how the puddle is going to go. You
don't have it frosting perfect?
No, it's not frosting perfect.
Okay.
You know what really made me mad when I was a cake decorator is when they came out with naked cakes. I'm like, really? And people are charging an obscene amount of money for a naked cake. I'm like, really? That's a crumb coat. Why are you charging that?
Oh, thank you for classifying what a naked cake was. Crumb coat. Okay, I get crumb coat.
It's basically they layer a cake
and bare minimal icing. Yeah,
and then they do the minimal icing, and then they decorate the top. And I'm like, that's just laziness. Okay, so I use my spinner because I have a hard time with my hands and my wrists. When you're doing trimming pour or straight pour or whatever, depending on how thick your paint is, this is where experiment and trying and testing and playing and practicing come in. I've never used this cup, so I don't know how this is going to pour out, but my sides are fairly equal, so they're going to pour out at the same time. When you're doing this, you either want to be really close or really far away, depending on the effect that you want and the size of your cup and how it's coming out. And you just kind of got to learn. That's the best way to say it. You just got to and play with your paint. Okay.
Okay. I'll play with the paint. So hard.
I still have a puddle in the middle. You can't. I don't think you can see.
Oh, you do have a puddle? Okay.
I still have a kind of a little puddle in the middle. In fact, I'm going to add a little bit more on this right here, because that's probably where I'm going to pour. So there's still a little lump of paint. I just moved it out to the edges a little bit because that's me and that's how I roll. If you find that you don't need to do it, you don't need to do it. That is the wonderful thing about art. You don't have to do it.
I got a pretty good coat. I'm going to go for it.
Okay.
All right.
So.
Cup ready. There it is.
Cakes. We did a bunch at the bakery. Yeah, I hated naked cakes. I thought that was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. So you just go with the flow, literally. Okay, so there's their meeting. And I pour so the colors meet equally. And then you just kind of do a gentle circle
wiggle.
motion.
Gentle wiggle, huh?
Yep. I just go, it's like I'm tracing a penny. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's how I do it. These girls like Mina and Sarah that can do the whole wiggle, like really good pour, I can't do that. I am not talented enough. See, even now my hand is starting to cramp up and be like, no, you're not going to do this anymore. What do you think you are doing?
You get a smoother line up higher?
Nope, sometimes you do. And that's where, the beginning of your pour is a good place to like experiment with how far away you want to be.
I'm consistently wiggly.
Bring it closer. like almost kissing.
Ah, that straightened it up.
I don't know. That was some
Ow.
kind of super chat or something. Sorry.
It's okay. You got money.
Did I get money? I can't look right.
You got a goodie. I'm pouring. Thank you for the goodie. I don't know who it is.
Thank you for the goodie. Yeah, I don't know what it is either. But yeah, I'm excited to do all this.
Oh, okay. This is looking pretty cool. That was a good ooh. Not a bad ooh.
And I'm kind of losing my center here. That's okay.
Ah. Okay. Don't go out the side.
All right. The one thing that I have learned with these cups.
Yes.
Is get them clean right away. Because the 3D printing material likes to absorb pigment. At least with acrylic pouring. I don't know. You've been doing the resin in them. So I don't know if that's different.
Yes, it is very different. Basically, you just get out as much resin as you can. You don't have to worry about wiping it down. And as soon as you're done, you let it flip it upright and let it cure. And it'll seal. It'll actually seal up all the cracks and crevices too.
All right, there we go. See that? Now I will take my spray gun. I have this. This is from my furniture painting days, which I'm hoping this summer to get back into. This is a Zep professional sprayer, and I just take it and I just spray down the sides. I have it on like super blast. I actually use this for my training my cat, and it didn't work because she actually likes water. So I just take it and spray down the sides right away. It's kind of the power wash thing.
Oh, you're already cleaning your cup.
Yep. So I'm letting that sit for a minute. So I'm going to take my cup and I'm going to spray down the sides, the insides. I'm going to do it over the cut thing here. See? I'm just spraying it down. Getting all the paint that I can't reach with my hand. A baby bottle brush works really well too. But I'm going to get all this stuff pushed down. Because I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I don't have hands small enough to fit down inside there. I mean, my hands are small, but they're not that small. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this off to the side. And then when we get done here, I'm not going to wreck this one. I thought I might, but I'm just going to torch it and tilt it. Okay, so when you're tilting this, take it slow. I know you, Miss Resin.
What? I'm already halfway tilted. What are you talking about?
I know you, Miss Resin.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Janice S. Janice or Janice? I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, is she the one that left you a goodie?
Yes, she left me a $10 super sticker, and I appreciate you. Look, it's a superhero. Oh, you know me so well. So slow and steady wins the race.
Yes, ma'am. This is slow for me.
I know. If you think you're going too slow, go slower.
But Mom,
I'm gonna give mine a little bit of spin just to get some of the colors out. Oh wow, that turned out really cool. Here's me. I'm just gonna spin mine.
lazy bones.
Well, I was just gonna spin it so the colors spread out, and
Is that help from losing the colors?
sometimes it just depends on. Like I said, you know, I wanted it to spread out because I could see a lot of white on the edges, and before I tilted it, I was gonna do that, and I'm actually kind of liking this.
You're right there. I'm gonna stop right here.
All right. You know what? There we go. I'm leaving it right there. That is epic.
Oh, you're a brat.
Yours looks cool too, though. I love your colors. What colors did you use? Do you remember?
All of them.
I'm just leaving this right here. Yep. I like this. See, I could never do this. But I like the double split. Okay, because the quad split and the triple split were a little bit much for me. It was like too much broken color thing. I like this double cup. I like this because it layers in, it like weaves the colors like a braid. Whereas the other ones just I don't know. I personally don't like anything more than two. That's just me. I've seen some beautiful paintings done with the 3 and the 4. And you know, I might actually, I'm going to revisit them and play with them a little bit more because I have some ideas that'll suit me. So, did she say? Janice is named after Janis Joplin.
Nice.
Nice. Now I won't forget who you are because I love Janis Joplin. She's amazing. She was amazing. She still is amazing, even though she's not with us anymore. Why? My phone is like blowing up.
Blowing up?
Yeah, I don't know. There's like 15,000 notifications coming through. Oh, that is so cool, Clara.
Is the art chat going nuts?
No, most of them are here.
Oh, no, really? Uh-oh, did we get off?
Sam is here. So if you're part of Artapalooza, we have a special art chat group on Facebook. That's on Facebook Messenger. And there are days where I like set down my phone, turn off all my notifications so I can record with my phone. And I'll come back like 8 hours later and there'll be like 300 messages that I missed.
Yep.
And it's like, good golly, good you know, what the hell? So if you're part of Artapalooza, not only do you get to go live with a whole bunch of awesome artists, but you get to have an awesome
buddies.
Yeah, like sincerely. And I love our group because it's a smaller group. We're like, I think we're at 15 right now in that group. And it's just cool because we can feed off of each other. And if we're having a bad day, we can be like, F the world and blah, 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 blah. And everybody's there like, it's okay. This too shall pass, like a kidney stone, but it'll pass, you know? So.
All right, Grandma.
Sam says, it's not me spamming the chat this time. Yes, we know. It was your turn.
Okay, I'm happy with that, actually.
That looks really stunning. You want to bring it in for a close-up? I'm going to bring you on full screen.
Well, I'm going to bring the phone down for a close-up.
Okay, hang on one second.
Nice sound.
I had to sit down because I need to be able to use the mouse comfortably. There we go. Okay. It's time for your close-up.
I is doing it. The middle always looks like it's 3-dimensional to me.
Yeah. And sometimes I tip the middle off because it looks like crap, but that looks awesome.
Oh, I like doing the dark side. The one side and all that. You got all the different...
Oh my gosh, what did you put in there?
Hang on, I'll show you. I know I got the Van Dyke brown in there. I've got that I call it now dark purple, dioxazine, whatever purple, which I can never pronounce either. The magenta, the pink flash, and I think it's that phthalo green.
Phthalo green?
Yeah, it's all on the dark side.
On the dark side.
Yes. And then the light side has white, some interference purple, and a little bit of that gold. What is that? Is that a thing? I don't know if that's a thing.
Okay, while she's fixing hers, let's go back to this. And I'm actually, before I get my hands all full of paint, I'm going to bring mine up so you guys can see this. We got to detach it. There we go.
That's cool. That's very cool.
So I apologize for the glare. I'm still working on the lighting. I think I need to just get some aluminum foil on the wall and bounce some light off of it, because I don't have a place that I can put a light, because I'm at a corner. You know, there's on the right hand side of me, it's the corner to a closet, and there's no place to put a light.
It sounds like a shelf is needed. Do a shop light like what I got, and you can angle it down.
Well, I had this other light set up on a bar stool with a old bottle of Floetrol that I have filled with Floetrol water. So it's like, it's got some weight to it. You know, it's like 10 pounds. But I had a light clamp to it last night, and I didn't love it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, I'm going to set this down, and I'm going to go back to our double screen. So, yes. Now, one of the things that you can do if you don't have the money for these cups is you can build your own cups. You can do a search on YouTube for DIY split cup pour, and there are a lot of different instructional videos out there. I mean, I'm not trying to take my business away from Mixed Media Girl or Brian from Spontaneous Creations by Brian. He makes some really cool cups, and there are a lot of people out there that make these cups, and I'm not trying to take business away from them, but sometimes people just don't have the money.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. I would imagine that even just a binder divider kind of thing, and some hot glue would do fine.
You can.
It'd be tricky, but you can do it.
You can even do it with like a paper cup and a piece of cardboard.
There you go.
You just make a template. You make a template, and then every time you want to use it, you cut out a piece of cereal box cardboard, okay, and put it in, and then glue it down into your cup, and then there you go. Bingo, bango, bongo.
Bingo, bango, bongo?
Yes, bingo, bango, bongo.
Okay.
But, because that's how I started. We didn't, when I started doing acrylic pouring, we didn't have all these fancy cups. Yep. We had to make our own.
I know.
That's when I started finding weird things like this. This is the top of a core water bottle. And I'm like, dude, that'd make a cool cup, to pour out of. So, and that's what I've been doing. I've been, I find weird stuff. And I have some cousin Diane is sending me some stuff, so we're gonna play around with that too. But she's just like me. She's like, oh, we could do a pour over that. So,
that's dangerous when you get two of you, like that together. It's like, but then also a lot of fun.
She's planning a trip. Her and Tony are planning a trip here in the spring, I think. And I told her, I said, be forewarned. I said, Tony might get bored. Because, we'll be talking art, and he'll be like, uh-huh. But, Tony is awesome. Tony actually will run to Hobby Lobby for her or do the things that she needs. Yeah, he's like super awesome dude. And just, having that kind of support makes arting that much more awesome. Yes. To have, that support system. And you know what? If you're alone and you don't have anybody to support you, you know what? You got us. Yep. Join us over on the Facebook group. You can find that through our Facebook page. It's just the Artist Haven over on Facebook. And join our group, and you will be accepted into the tribe with love and tenderness. So
ours have a similar color scheme, except for you've got that more yellow in yours.
Yeah, this is that gold. This is the Porridge Posse Gold Rush, and I love that. Yeah, it looks yellow on the screen, but it's actually very, very a true gold. It's beautiful. And I didn't want a lot of cells in here, and that's why I used the Gold Rush versus the 24 karat gold, because if I would have used a 24 karat gold, this would be whole cellulicious, you know?
Yeah.
I wanted gold. I wanted the bling, but I didn't want the massive cells. And I'm getting little cells in here because, you know, this Prism Violet is transparent. And then you also have, you know, all the opaques and the transparents. They, you know, and then this is the Pearl Pistachio is a semi-transparent, if I remember correctly. I didn't write it on the bottle. I got to look that up. But so you're going to have the different densities that play with each other. Plus, my background was Floetrol. So I have that in the background helping create some cells. But everything else was MiX. That's what I found. You can use
to torch or not to torch?
I torch lightly to pop bubbles, but you don't have to with MiX, is what I found, is that they kind of work their way up. At least in my environment,
Yeah, I'm not getting anything.
It dries slow enough where the bubbles give a chance to rise up and do their own popping, and I'm not doing anything. I am going to torch this before I move it, but I'm going to let it sit for about a half hour, and then I'll torch it, and then I'll move it over to the other station, my drying station, because I'm going to be doing some more pours today. I'm hoping if everything goes well. I tried that. The stupid computer decided, oh, we're not going to let you do this because we just did an update and we changed a whole bunch of settings that you don't know about. God bless. So yeah.
So is our live going to go 2 hours?
No, we're going to stop right
now. Okay. I was wondering if you're going to be able to. Remember, you had a hard time last night? That was weird.
We can end the live and you and me can still talk. I'm going to just be doing my thing. But I have to pee first. That's my thing.
Hey, when you started the music, I ran to the bathroom. I was like, I'm just going to make sure.
Well, and my coffee hit me about 10 minutes ago. And it's like, hey, we're here. We're done. Let's go. And I'm like, I need to pee.
Okay, but, maybe we're being a little too honest.
Hey, you know what? This is the awesome thing about being me, is if you don't like this kind of serious silliness and shenanigans and learning cool art from, you know, two experienced artists, or, you know, when we have Artapalooza, we get a little crazy, but I mean, combined experience in that on that live stream is astronomical. I mean, years, or like we're talking multiple decades of artists, you know, experience. Yeah. And then we have the chat. You know, because Christina Welsh is in there, Twisted Art Lady Sam is there, Doris is there, you know, all these people that I know that have been, you know, Cheryl is in there, and I know she's been arting for a very long time, and so it's just
and something for any artist to wrap their brain around. I'm not an acrylic pourer, you know, I don't levitate or gravitate towards this at all, but this helps me in the mediums I use. Right. So what, you know, it helps me bring down my barriers or boundaries and stuff like that may have been coming up without me knowing it, and, you know, broaden, grow.
And that's just it. You know, the acrylic pouring was not my thing. It's still not my thing. I love furniture painting and furniture upcycling and upcycling stuff. But this is something that I can learn, perfect, and bring it into what I love to do.
Oh, hey, yeah. Heather's in here. I just now started looking at the chat. Hey. Hi,
everybody. I just kind of saw it too. I saw her because I'm watching the StreamYard chat. I have the other YouTube chat up, but it's, since I went to go different screens, it went behind the other screen. So yeah, I'm just kind of like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to leave it. But, you know, cake decorating. I did cake decorating for years. Soap making, candle making, you know, bath and body products and all these kind of things. All the sciencey stuff helps me understand the sciencey stuff here. Same with resins and same with, you know, all that stuff. And Miss Clara, I love you. You have my breakthrough, you know, when it comes to resin art. I can't say how much I appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Because I, you know, and it's nothing against other teachers or other people who've tried to help me with resin. It's nothing against you guys. It wasn't that I wasn't trying. It wasn't that I wasn't. It's just I wasn't getting that connection in my brain. And for whatever reason, Clara and I have that connection, off the teaching scale. And she knew me well enough to relate it to something else that I already knew.
Never underestimate the power of a good giggle and snort.
Exactly.
Oh my. I really like the color combination in this one. This is cool. I have to try this one in resin.
Yeah, let it dry. Now let it dry and see, because those dark colors are going to go darker. But as soon as you clear coat it, it's gonna brighten.
Pop back up. Yeah.
Yep. So I'm anxious to see how all this dries, and I'm really excited for this. I'm just gonna let it chill for, like I said, for about an hour. Whatever. Basically until I remember it. Because it's time for breakfast. I had my morning snack, and now it's time for breakfast. So, you guys, Heather says you guys are making me want to pour those colors. Well, do it.
Do it.
Do it. Peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure. It's a lot of fun. I really love dark.
Yeah, I swear by doing a dark side, meaning a colored side, and a multiple different types of white side, every time I get really nice results.
Right.
Whether it's in resin or whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just so much fun. And then you start bringing in like the Deco Art satin enamel, or I use, instead of buying the Deco Art satin enamel, I buy my Dutch Boy paint, and I use that instead. And I don't get as vivid cloud effects, but I do get them. And I'm still tweaking the recipe, but and adding different things to see what happens. So I it's never an end process. It's never I'm done with this. This is all I'm going to do. If you're creative, you're always like, I want to take this next step up. I want to take it the next level. I want to bring this way. And then if that doesn't work, I'm going to bring it that way. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to bring it that way. And if those, it's like, I wonder if I can do this. And, so
as long as you're not having the darn it, how did I do that moment?
That's why I video record everything, and I say everything that I'm using, and the temperature and everything. So I make it as scientific as possible. So anyhow,
man, I just note the colors and that's it.
The thing is, when you're a soap maker, you have to keep track of the humidity and the temperature of the room if you're doing cold process. Because it'll gel faster in a hot room. Also, when you're drying soaps, if you're in a really humid room, it's going to take forever for it to dry. So you got to have that right humidity. So, and sometimes if it's too dry, your soaps will dry really fast, and then you get cracked soaps, and then it's just like, okay, whatever. So that's why I kind of bring everything. I encompass everything. Same with bread baking. Bread baking very much relies on the room temperature and humidity. A lot of that.
You like things that convey a lot of patience. Definitely.
No. Here's the thing.
Or is it details in the? I am details. Maybe that's it.
I'm not a doctor. I have no patience. But I like playing the science and doing the experiments. And so I've refused to do count and cross stitch. I can't draw because I don't have the patience to sit and draw. I doodle, because I can doodle for 10 minutes and then put it down and then come back to it, 4 days later and doodle some more. My ADD doesn't allow that. So
I guess we all have patience where our passion lies. Yes. So, and that's
and for bread baking, it's like you make up your dough and you put it aside and you go and do something else for 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's same with croissants and same with, all this stuff. It's like you do a bunch of work and you let it sit for an hour or two and then you come back to it. So it works perfect for ADD people. Soap making, you scale out everything, get everything ready, put it aside until you're ready to make soap. Then you make your soap, put it in a mold, throw it on the shelf for 24 hours, cover it, insulate it, do what you need to do, throw it in the oven, however you process your soap. And then you come back the next day.
And it's magic.
And it's magic. It's very instantaneous results, unlike counter cross stitch, where you can work on something for 10 years and still not be done with it. I just don't want to do that. So, yeah. So, Anywho, let's let these people go.
Okay. Well, we can chat on for hours. No,
we can. This is me and Clara's. This is me and Clara's conversations. We should have conversations with coffee, because that's or with caffeine. Conversations with caffeine. That's what we need to.
Podcast. We got a podcast going.
We got a podcast. Go. Yes, we do. We'll just do little snippets of this craziness. Anywho, tomorrow night is Friday Night Flip Cup, but Brooke has family things that she needs to get done. So I have a special guest that I'm keeping secret. So if you want to know who's going to be on Friday Night Flip Cup, you need to tune in 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you're on the East Coast, it's 8 o'clock. If you're on the West Coast, that would be 5 o'clock. So be sure to join us. I know Heather Mader goes live at 5 o'clock as well. Or 5 o'clock her time. So it's 7 o'clock here.
Yes, and she's taunting us with something about our last live, too. So I'm curious.
I know. So
I hope it's not sad.
Here's the deal, though. This is, this is how I roll. When I get done with my live, with my Flip Cup live, I go over and we raid Heather's channel. We raid. I would love raid. Okay, I have my coffee cup in my hand because I needed to drink coffee, which isn't probably a good idea at this point, but I'm going to do it anyway. But, so, we do it with love. We do it with love, and we...
Absolutely.
Doris does it on Tuesday. They go to Doris's live on Tuesday, and then when they come over and raid, my Testing Tuesdays on this channel, and it's so awesome to support people like that.
Yeah,
so,
and I'm modding on Artist Till Death on Artapalooza Day, and I literally run into the studio to throw some down. All right, let's go.
Well, that's exactly it. If I know that someone is going live after, or is premiering a video after, we're usually done on Friday nights by 7:30. 20, 25 minutes is usually where we're at. Yeah. The only reason it takes us longer is because Brooke and I start giggling and snorting, and Michael puts his 2 cents in. And
I don't know what you're talking about with this giggle snort business. No idea.
Don't know. But so that's why I say, you can help support a couple of artists. We'll come here and hang out with us, and then we'll all go as a group over to Heather's channel and rock her on. So root her on.
It's so cool how it looks like ribbons, and they're 3-dimensional, layering
I know,
on top of each other.
I'm so jealous of your middle name.
How does it do that?
I don't know.
Wow.
It's Clara magic right there. So anyway, we're going to let you go. Have a great day, great night, great whatever it is for you. If you like this video, please share it out there on the interwebs. If you're new to the channel, thank you for sticking around for our shenanigans. And if you like our artist vibe and want to join a creative tribe, all you got to do is click that subscribe, hit that notification bell, because I go live 5 days a week, including with my buddy Clara over here, and Artapalooza, and Friday Night Flip Cup, and Saturday Night Shenanigans. And it's just an awesome time, and you might learn something too. Who knows?
Breathe, woman, breathe.
A lot of coffee. I'm really going now.
Thanks for hanging out with me.
I love you, lady. I love you guys out there in the chat. Thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you supporting the Haven. It means a lot to me. Every little super chat, every little coffee, every little tube of paint, whatever, it means a lot. It means a lot that you're here. Just even that you're here and being silly and having fun and learning some art and maybe, learning some food stuff too. All right, y'all, go out there, have a terrific day, terrific night. You be kind to one another, though. Peace, love, and happiness.
There you go.
Now, hopefully we can stop this. Last night I didn't want to stop.